Manga Monday, everyone. It is finally the first Monday in October. It was a very late Monday this month, but I get to now share with you all my haul from the month of September, and I bought a few different things. So yeah, I'll start with my order from CD Japan. So if you haven't heard, because I've mentioned it before on here, I think, but I will buy a lot of my art books and manga in Japanese from a website called CD Japan. They pack really nice. I think their prices are pretty reasonable. I haven't had any issues with them, and this is like my third or fourth order with them over the course of like a couple years now. So yeah, I try not to order too much, but yeah, I gave in. I gave in and I made an order this past September. So let me just dive into that. So we'll just start with the Japanese volumes that I got. So first up, I got this volume of The Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess. It's a alternate cover, special edition cover. They sometimes come out with these, and I just thought it was such a pretty cover, and I absolutely loved the little bonus it came with, mostly for that stunning booklet art. Like, oh my god, look at that. They are so, I ship them so hard. But yeah, this is a manga you can buy, at least in America, written in English, and I just wanted the like extra little goodies. This is just a very like little booklet of things I can't read really, so it's not too exciting, but look at that. Oh my god, in love. I am rearranging my room as we speak, so hopefully when I get a new arrangement I can like display them in some way. So yeah, I also just decided to finally buy the last volume of Haten Koyugi, or Dazzle as it was printed in the US under Tokyo Pop way back when. So they never actually finished printing it, sad. And it went on for 24 volumes, and only recently, I'd say like a couple years ago now only, that it actually finished. So, you know, I love this cover. I love this series. I haven't been able to find anywhere that I can actually read this last bit, but I flipped through it and it looks really nice, like a nice, you know, pretty standard, but just overall like pleasing ending to the series, just from what I could see, since I can't read Japanese at all. But yeah, I got it mostly for the vibes and the cover, and yeah. Last up is a BL series that I definitely am not going to try to pronounce, so that one I'm putting on the screen for you. But yeah, it is volume 1 and volume 2 of this kind of like high school Yakuza story. I especially love these two characters. There is a like prequel to this series, which I think is called Rogue or Rouge, or I don't know, whatever, R-O-U-G-E, Rouge, Rogue, however you say that. And this is like the spin-off following two of the characters you do kind of like briefly meet there, but like following them more in depth in this one. And I love their relationship. I love them so much, and so I also love these covers. These covers are stunning. And lastly, I got the main reason I made the purchase in the first place, and I couldn't help myself. I saw them at Anime New York, and I wasn't about to pay that price. I'm sorry. So I bought them directly from Japan and got a little off. But so first up, one I've been seeing floating around for a little while now, and I definitely had been eyeing it and really just like loving mostly the cover, like it's just so pretty. And that's the Sailor Moon art book, covering artworks from 1991 to 2023. I mean, just look at how like pretty it is, and the back with the rest of the Sailor Scouts. I wish I could like display both the front and the back, because they're both so pretty. But yeah, this art book, I will say I'm I'm especially glad that I got it for a little cheaper off of CD Japan, because it is not a art book I am super duper like in love with. It's almost focused on just giving you an overview of the art as a collection rather than really letting you oogle and ah at the beauty that is this mangaka's artwork, which is a shame, but at the same time, I do like seeing how it progresses over the years. I like seeing the different, covers and different illustrations that I have never seen before. But yeah, it is also considerably smaller than the other two art books I got. So it's one of those that I wouldn't recommend unless you're a super duper Sailor Moon fan, or if they release it in English, because I think if they release it in English, it'll have like a little bit more info. There's a lot of little Japanese thrown in, just describing what the art was like commissioned for or used for. So that might make it a little more interesting to like actually be able to read that. But yeah, for me, I'd say like this isn't like my favorite art book, but I really do still enjoy the art. I enjoy the collection as a whole. This cover just spoke to me and I'm really happy to have it. So I'm not mad at it. I just, yeah, I would have liked a few pages of like full art more to enjoy. I don't like when they overlap like different pictures and stuff. But other than those nitpicks, I still enjoyed it. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there for people. Like you will probably see on the screen a little snippet of it. But yeah. However, the last two art books have now become probably two of my very all-time favorite art books. I just think they are so beautiful. They're so big. The colors are vibrant. The images are breathtaking. I mean, I knew they were going to be because we're talking about Clamp. So I got Clamp's color edition art books that just came out. There's Shiro white and Kuro the black one, and yeah, they're just full. They're just chock full of beautiful art from across the board of all of Clamp's many series, from littler projects or older projects that they worked on to more of the big name like Cardcaptor Sakura and more recent ones. There's even some Cardcaptor Clear Card illustrations scattered throughout. There's some gorgeous Clover ones that I'm just like, yes, these are beautiful. And X has like a ton of great ones. So yeah, I could stare at these for hours. There's just so much beautiful art within these two volumes. And they just really did a good job, I think, of like spacing out the artwork, making it so you can see the whole of the art and really capitalize on its beauty. I compared them to older Clamp books that I have, which are also a collection, but it doesn't feature like the most popular of Clamp's work, really. It just mostly features the more obscure ones. But their pictures were considerably like smaller on the page and would crop out little parts of the pictures, I realized, when I'd see one that I also saw in these newer art books. So yeah, I really think these are a solid collection of Clamp's work overall, and I can't get enough of looking through them. There's so many beautiful, beautiful illustrations that, yeah, I really recommend them. If you love Clamp's art, if you love their work, like, you can't go wrong with these collections. There's like there's a lot of different art books out there for Clamp, I know, but yeah, this one anyway, I took a chance and I really am glad I got it because it's so pretty, so pretty. So yeah, now that those kind of extras are out of the way, we'll dive into the manga and webtoons. I'm going to start off with the one-shots that I got this past month. First up is a BL, Takara's Treasure. And yeah, it just looks really cute. I love me a good solid BL one-shot, though I haven't read this yet. But I'm hoping, based off the nice, thickness of this volume and cute artwork, that I will very much enjoy it. If you've read it, let me know what you thought in the comments below. And then next up, I got a Yuri standalone as well called Handsome Girl and Sheltered Girl. So yeah, this one just also like really spoke to me. The art looked really nice. I love that it begins on like this silly misunderstanding that one of the girls is in fact a girl. But that it doesn't seem to like deter them from being interested, and it sounds rom-com-y, and I love a good rom-com. And last of the standalones that I haven't read yet is a hetero romance. You know, we're cover one for each, I guess. But yeah, that is I Want You to Make Me Beautiful, and this is a standalone steamship. So I somehow missed this entirely. I never saw it come out. I don't remember there being a steamship one-shot, but yeah, I mean, I'm happy with that. I also like this one has a fake dating premise, which it's a trope that I like. I enjoy usually most of the time. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one as well. So continuing on with volumes I haven't read yet. Why not tackle the first volumes of manga, starting with the ones I just so happen to have not read yet either. First up, we have Hatsukoi Note, Volume 1, another BL title. I did read this online a long time ago, so I technically have read it. I just haven't reread it, and I don't honestly really remember much about it, but I remember enjoying it. So yeah, I hope to enjoy it this time around. I love this cover so much. I almost got it in Japanese because I really love the cover so much, but I'm glad I didn't since they brought it over and I can read it in English now. Next up, another BL first volume, After School Etude. I think that's how you say it. Again, you know, pronouncing words, not my strong suit, but yeah, what is? Anyway, they're studying ballet and gets paired up with someone he can't stand. Oh, I love that, like, little enemies to lovers bit. I mean, I've grown more into liking the friends to lovers. I'm still a sucker for the enemies to lovers, especially done well. Like if they're just rivals or if they're just like, you know, like misunderstanding them and then they like get closer. Ah, chef's kiss. It's beautiful. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this one. One I did read, and I believe the only Yuri first volume I did buy this past month, is Spoil Me Please, Hinamori-san. So, oh my god, I almost didn't buy it, but then I just like kept getting like sucked in. I don't know if it's the vibrant colors, the funny faces, but I was just like, oh, screw it, I'll add it to my pre-orders. So yeah, this one came in and I did read this and it was so cute and so funny. And I love, love, love the juxtaposition of like this serious kind of, what you would call the like flower of the class, the distinguished senpai, and like breaking down those walls and seeing the like very desperate, very pathetic inner thoughts and feelings that destroys the poised and perfect outward appearance of this girl. Like, I just love that. I love that. And yeah, I love how she sucks this girl in to being kind of like her cheerleader. And I just hope to see like their like relationship actually blossom with real feelings as it goes on, which I'm sure it will. But yeah, this first volume was very promising, very cute, very funny, super duper enjoyed it. Back to a romance title I haven't read yet, and that is Otonari Complex. And it's about a love story between childhood friends, which I absolutely love. And I also really love when the girl is more of the handsome archetype and the boy is the like more pretty boy. I don't know why. I just like, I like when gender lines are blurred a little and they're not so stereotypically girly girl and boy boy, you know, manly boy. Yeah, I like to see it. So it ticks two of the boxes of things I really like in my manga, so I have high hopes for it. Again, if you've read any of these, let me know what you thought. I just need to, you know, read it, but now it's spooky season. I gotta read all these spooky books, so I don't know when I'll read these, but soon. Another one that looked really cute and fun, but that I haven't read yet, is I cross-dressed for the IRL meetup. So again, we have like the blurring of the lines of the characters and their genders, and this is actually like on the back plugged as a lighthearted comedy about love, friendship, gender nonconformity, and what it means to be your true self. And those are all tick, 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 tick things I love. I love them in my manga. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. And it's a nice, weighty, thick volume. So yeah. You'll also not be surprised, but maybe you will when you see who it's by. But that I didn't read this first volume either, and that is Last Quarter. And I say you may be surprised because this is by Ayazawa, which I always like will sing praises about her work. I have loved everything I've read from her. However, after starting Neighborhood Story, I realized I really like to binge her reads. Like, I don't know why. Like, I don't necessarily mean like I have to read them all in a day or anything. I just need to like go at my own pace and just read them. So I'm waiting until that one's complete, which I believe it is complete at 4 volumes. So the next volume that comes out should be the last one for Neighborhood Story, which I really love the first volume. But again, I don't know. It's something about her work. I just really like to dive into it all at once. So yeah, that's what I'm doing just off the bat for Last Quarter. I already know I'm gonna like it. I already pre-ordered volume 2. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess there's the smallest chance I won't love it, but yeah, it's 2 star-crossed lovers that transcend time and the supernatural mystery. I mean, so different than the other things I've read from her, and I am so intrigued. So yeah, I can't wait. I really can't. Like, I can't wait to read this one, but I am waiting because I'm a weirdo. Sorry. And another BL first volume I got is At 2500 in Akasaka. So yeah, I did read this one. It is about like 2 actors. One is like more established and one is just got his like big break. It kind of definitely reminds me of Black or White. I was looking for it on my shelf. It definitely starts interesting with a suggestion to be friends with benefits. And yeah, I like this first volume. Pretty solid, pretty good. At the end, I kind of felt like, this could have just been a standalone. I would have been happy, but I will see how I feel as it is a series and this is merely the first volume, and I hope I enjoy the other volumes just as much as I enjoyed this one. Since basically everything has been romance, I figured let's just finish out the romance. So next up I got The Boy I Loved Became the Jaded Emperor. So one reason I got this is because it's like one of those like reincarnated ones, which you know I love. And another reason is because it's complete in 2 volumes. So I'll either really like it for a short, sweet little read or unhaul it. So, you know, either way, at least I'm not wasting too much money on it. And I have to say, I really like this one. Is it doing anything new and different? No, but it's just sweet. It's just cute. He, as a little child, was like kind of, well, attempted to be ended and thrown into the forest thinking their job was done. He survives because of some magic. There is magic and fantasy in this series. And yeah, so he gets taken in by this kind of weird looking human who went to this forest of beasts to live among these magical beasts instead of with people because people kind of shunned her. And yeah, then she ends up getting ended because she's protecting him and then reborn as this beautiful duke's daughter, or, you know, some noble's daughter anyway. But yeah, you know, it's very typical, very like nothing new, but like I said, it was cute. The characters are cute and likable, and their first interaction just made me chuckle. It was just really cute and wholesome, and yeah. So I'm hoping the second volume will also just be cute and wrapped up nice and with a nice little bow and everybody has a happy ending, and yeah, just a fun time. Just a fun light read. Next up. All right, these next 2 are some adorable romances, and I have to tell you that I went ahead and read more online because I was so obsessed, like so obsessed. So first up we have I Want to Do Bad Things with You. This one is actually a shonen. So it's a Shonen Sunday, not Shonen Jump, but Shonen Sunday. And yeah, which I always like feel like I am tending more towards for some reason lately with my romances, like Don't Toy With Me Nagatoro's shonen, and I think Shikamori is Not Just a Cutie is like seinen or shonen as well, or something like that. But anyway, so I wasn't too surprised that I loved this one. It's about a girl who's very awkward and shy and kind of gets taken advantage of because of this. And she meets this boy who has a complicated family relationship, of course. And he is kind of being a little villain, so to speak. He's trying to get at his younger brother, try to make him look bad. And she decides she really loves how free and how himself this boy is. And so she aspires to also be a villain, and I just thought they were so cute. I love tall girl and short boy as well. I think that's a cute dynamic in my manga. So yeah, this one was super duper adorable. I read as much as I could online, which was only like up to volume 4, I think. But yeah, it's supposedly complete at 6 volumes, which again, short, sweet series. I do recommend if you want a cute romance, because I just really loved it. And the other one did actually kind of surprise me. I was sitting on getting this one for a while. And I finally, when I went to the manga store, I just decided to pick it up. I was like, you know what? The worst it's going to be is another cliche shoujo title. And that is Let's Do It Already. I haven't loved a shoujo beat, like a straight up shoujo beat title like this that has zero fantasy in it, since I was probably in high school. This knocked my socks off how much I loved it. Like, it was just so comedic, so sweet, so stupidly cheesy. Like, I'm not saying it's not cheesy. It was all the cheese, all the cheese. But I loved it so much. It's about a boy and girl who end up starting to date. She goes in for a kiss and he's like, actually, my family is a very prestigious family, and I cannot have any physical contact with you until I am 18 years of age. Just like throws a wrench into their whole relationship, and she is trying to, you know, finagle her way into some physical contact, and he has straight up bodyguards cock blocking the crap out of them. And yeah, it's stupid, over the top, funny, cute romance. So yeah, if you like any romances that I like, I think you'll like this one. Yeah, I haven't been into that in a while, so like I've been joking that this might be my romance renaissance, my romanescence. I don't know. But yeah, I went online and I read every single volume because they had every single volume, and this one is complete at 9 volumes. And again, it's just sweet, it's just wholesome and funny and over the top, silly, goofy gagginess, and I loved it. I loved all the cheese and all the sweetness. So yeah, I definitely would recommend this one as well. The last romance first volume, I got so much romance. That's the thing too. I'm also gravitating towards buying it as well, which is so weird. But anyway, the last first volume I haven't read, and that is I Want to End This Love Game. So I just happened to find this one in the half off section at my manga store. So I was like, yeah, I've been wanting to read it. And now, especially because I'm on a romance kick, I'm like, why not? Let me pick it up. So yeah, I'm excited to read this one. Looks cute as well. And it's also a Shonen Sunday title. So yeah, I'm thinking I might really like it, but we'll see. Now, onto the fantasy first volumes. I know that was a lot of romance. But yeah, I got Kana of the Great Snow Sea. So this one was interesting. I got it because I wasn't sure if I was going to toss it into that sci-fi first volumes video, but it turned out to not really be sci-fi in the way I think of sci-fi, I guess. This is like a whole nother world, it feels like. But yeah, it's like the end of days, essentially. There's very few humans, and the world is kind of barren and full of these giant bugs. And it definitely gave me some strong Nausicaa vibes, and I really like Nausicaa. I really like the manga as well, and So I'm cautiously optimistic. The first volume didn't knock my socks off or blow me away or anything, but I think it'd be one that I would like occasionally, if I see a good deal, buy the next volumes for, especially if it doesn't go too long, because yeah, there was an atmosphere and a quality about it that I liked. And so yeah, not raving about it, but I wasn't mad at it. You know what I mean? One I did rave about, and you can actually go see my full thoughts on it in last week's video talking about first volumes perfect for the spooky season that we are now in. And that is The Skull Dragon's Precious Daughter. Mwah, I loved it. It was so cute. And also included in that video, the Hunters Guild Red Hood. So yeah, if you want to hear what these series is about, what I thought of them, go check that video out. And last, but certainly not least, for my first volumes, is one that I got that I have now got 3 volumes of, but the 3rd volume I just got in October, so I'm saving that for next haul. But I have become highly obsessed with this one, and that is Togi Oni. So I just randomly saw someone post or someone share something about it, and I went on Amazon. All the reviews were glowing and saying things like strong female characters, really interesting concept, time shenanigans. They were saying so many buzzwords that I am just a sucker for. So I'm like, I'm gonna buy this first volume, see what I think of it. Yeah, like I said, I am now obsessed with this series. I don't know, it fills a hole of my fantasy loving heart that I didn't know need filling. But yeah, it's also called Togi Oni Primal Gods in Ancient Times. So yeah, it's very episodic kind of in nature, but it's definitely leading to a overarching story, and like right from the jump. But there's this priest who is traveling among these different shrines, kind of beseeching the gods, trying to appease the gods, and also kind of trying to get more information about this one god in particular. And he is accompanied by 2 disciples. And I love the disciples so much. And the priest, he's really great too. But yeah, the dynamic between the disciples, really cute, really love it. I love the different gods. They're so interesting and so very like fun to read about. And the art's great, like story's great, character's great. I don't know. And for some reason it gives me very strong Spirit Circle vibes. I really, really enjoyed Spirit Circle and would recommend. I think the volumes are hard to find though right now, unfortunately. But maybe they'll do a reprint, I hope. But it's really, really good. And it's also got some weird time shenanigans, and that one even more so than this one, I would say. This one just kind of plays with time occasionally, which I freaking love. I don't know, I just love everything this one is doing. I know it doesn't like sound like much, but it's just, it's really effective. It's really good to me. Like, if you're looking for a new and different fantasy series, maybe you want to check this one out. It's got some darker moments, but overall is kind of giving wholesome found family vibes. So I'm a sucker. I'm loving it. 3 volumes deep, and I loved every single volume. Was 5 stars for me. 5 out of 5 stars for me. Yeah, can't say enough good things, but I'll move on for now. Although you might see it appear in a future video at some point on here. Moving on to the new volumes I got for ongoing series that I am currently collecting. And we'll start with the webtoons. I got 2 webtoons. Witch of Mine Volume 3 finally came out. Very exciting. Again, very thin, but yeah, I'm thinking I might try and squeeze this one into my October reads, you know, witchy vibes and all. And the other one is Not So Wicked Stepmom Volume 5. We're already up to Volume 5. This one's going, like, being released really quickly, and I love it. I love it so much. If you haven't heard me gush about it, yeah, it's a really good webtoon. I super duper love it. Another rather thin volume. We have Tear Moon Empire Volume 5 as well. Another great installment. Absolutely loved it. However, I ended up kind of perusing, as I do, for like when the next volume was going to come out, and And then I looked at the light novels and I was like, should I try to read the light novels? Because there's so many more light novels out. And then as I was reading the summary of like the second volume, I'm like, we haven't even gotten to some of the things that you're mentioning. So the manga has only just got to the second volume, / maybe is like in the middle of the second volume. But like it mentioned some things that I was aware of so far and then others. So either they're cutting things out of the manga adaptation or it is going to take its sweet ass time, because are you kidding me? We're not even to the second volume, or just to the second. I want to recommend this, but between the price, the size of these volumes, and the fact that there's a light novel, that maybe you should just pick up that one instead of the manga. It is painful, but yeah, as always, I love Princess Mia and her hijinks and all the shenanigans she's getting up to, but this series is going to be the death of me. Next up, another, well, that one was a reset back in time series. This one is my other bread and butter favorite, a villainous series. The Villainess's Guide to Not Falling in Love. So yeah, this was kind of like a last minute, like, I'm just gonna add this to my order. I liked the first volume. I wouldn't say it's one of my like top favorite villainous reads right now, but it stayed consistent. The second volume was also enjoyable. I'm liking the love interests and all that, and the main character's endearing to me. So that's all I need to stay on board with a villainous series. Seriously, the bar is so low with me. But yeah, I did enjoy it. Back to some BL. We got the third volume of KX Yaku, or just K Yaku. I'm not sure. I'm never sure when you're supposed to say the X or not. Bound by Law. This series is also coming out exceedingly quickly, which I'm all here for. But yeah, I really love this one. I talked about this in like my favorite newer BL series in June, so yeah, go check that out if you want to hear more about the series. I read further online, so I'm still waiting for the point where I haven't read to yet, but I think it's coming soon, so yeah. And then I got the 7th volume of The Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom. Yeah, another one I really like. If you like Apothecary Diaries, you might also like this series if you haven't checked it out yet. Really pretty art, funny main protagonist that is a doctor practicing like modern medicine in a time where it's not really popularized, and yeah, it's a good time. Some more volumes of series that I absolutely love that I literally just haven't gotten to reading, and I've just been busy with work and stuff. But yeah, that is The Holy Grail of Eris volume 8. Super love this story, super good. I haven't gotten to reading it yet. Me and My Beast Boss volume 3 finally got another volume of this, and I just haven't read it. Yeah, but hopefully soon. And Sugar Apple Fairy, also volume 3. So yeah, more cute fantasy vibes with this one. I also haven't read Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You, volume 3. Again, I've been reading a lot of manga. I haven't read half of the new manga that I got, and I know it's just I'm a bad manga tuber. I know that. I'm sorry. But yeah, I love this slice of life, more adult romance, slow burn. And what I did read, and honestly probably should have saved it for my October haul, but I ain't gonna, and that's Windbreaker volume 8. Oh my god, this was by far probably my favorite volume to date. It made me bawl my eyes out. It was so cute, so like heartwarming. I can't with these characters. Like, it's cheesy and it's over the top, sure, but it also gives you those feels and those sentimental moments and emotional moments, and just, I love all these characters. Like, they're so likable, but yet very distinct and different from one another, and I really enjoy that. I mean, I honestly am sad that this is the volume that's my favorite, because I don't care for this character's character design. Him as a character, I don't mind him. He's a little weird, but they all are. But I don't love his character design. So I'm like, why could it have to be him? But honestly, like, it's great. It's whatever. I'm just nitpicking. But yeah, 5 out of 5 stars. This volume was so great, and I just needed to gush about it for a minute with y'all here. So yeah, that's why I got bumped up to this video. Sorry, but it's my channel, so I'll do what I want. And if you aren't reading Windbreaker and you like the like just beat 'em up action type shonen, and it's kind of like Tokyo Revengers if you took out all the drama and you just added more comedy to it. So yeah, I just really enjoy it. It's over the top and emotional and just really stinking good with some badass beat 'em down fights. So yeah, I love it. And another series I really love but haven't read the volume, we're back to that again, I know, is Dinosaur Sanctuary Volume 5. Finally a new volume of this one came out. So excited. I'm gonna dive into them soon, I swear. Also, Mobsters in Love Volume 2. So I really enjoyed Volume 1, surprisingly more than I thought I would. I don't know why, because I love Yakuza stories, but sometimes like when they're not like serious, I kind of find them boring. But even though this one was more on the comedy side of things and not too like hardcore Yakuza vibes, I had a really lovely time with it. So I'm excited to get into Volume 2. Also, it is complete at 3 volumes, or so I have seen on the internet. So yeah, a nice short series. I do so love those. And I got the beautiful, stunning cover for Volume 5, Tales of the Kingdom. So yeah, I absolutely love this mangaka's art, and the covers of this series are always stunning. Have I read past volume? I think I stopped on Volume 2. No, but there's so much going on. So it's just one I need to like wait until it's all finished, because there's a lot of characters, a lot of interconnecting plot lines and things going back and forth in time and stuff. But I thought it was a really interesting start, the first 2 volumes I read. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I just like, yeah, again, I'm waiting on it. Some are intentional, some I just am lazy and haven't gotten to. And I also haven't read this one yet, but I really enjoyed Volume 1, and that is I Got Reincarnated in a BL World of Big Man Boobs. Volume 1 was just so funny, so full of like those BL cliches and tropes, and just like making light of them, making fun of them. And yeah, it was also had a really likable characters. So I'm really excited for Volume 2. And I also got Volume 2 of Before You Discard Me, I Shall Have My Way With You. This is another steamship title. It's not one I necessarily recommend. You'll know why if you have picked it up and read it. There is some non-con, some very shady shit. But I read online further because I, again, became very obsessed with Volume 1. So after I read Volume 1, I read Volume 2 and 3 online. And yeah, it just gets a lot more wholesome and sweeter as it goes on. It really surprised me. Like, it feels like a whole different series, like, as I was reading Volume 3. But it didn't feel jarring, you know, like it was well done, like the transition. But it definitely goes from super toxic and super messy and no to, oh, it's so sweet, it's so cute, it's so wholesome. 180. But yeah, I like it. I just proceed with caution. And last, for the ongoing series, I did end up picking up the latest volume of Usatoki Rhetoric, Volume 8. So I think I saw that this one is going to be complete relatively soon, but I think Volume 9 is coming out soon, sometime this month, I believe. But yeah, they're cranking out these ones as well. But I super love mystery in October and November, so I'll definitely be catching up on this series, whether it's this month or next. But yeah, I absolutely love this one. I read the first 4 volumes last year, and so yeah, I'm excited to dive back into this detective mystery slice of life with a little fantasy supernatural twist of she can hear people's lies. Yeah, I like the premise, I like the story, and I like our main characters. So we only have one final category for this manga haul video, and that is complete series. Any series that I managed to complete this past month, and I only actually completed one, but it was a big one. It was like a longer series, and I bought all the rest of the volumes for that I needed, and I got it for a super steal of a deal on eBay. So thank you, eBay seller. That was awesome. That series is Voiceover. And yes, this is a shoujo beat title. I wouldn't say I am as obsessed with it as I am Let's Do It already, because as they are already in print, I assume I could have found them online and read them. But I also really did enjoy volume 1, so I was like, I need to get the rest of the series. Like, I think it'll be like a just very, you know, cute, cheesy, charming, older shoujo title. And I really, really love Komomo Confessari by the same mangaka, and also SA, though I haven't finished reading the manga because there's still one out of print volume I need. Hopefully I'll get that someday. But I did watch the anime of that one a long time ago and really liked that one as well. So yeah, I was like, why the heck don't I have this already? But yeah, so I got all the volumes I needed, which included volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5, volume 6, volume 7, and this is a series about a girl who really, really wants to be a voice actor and goes to a specific school for voice acting. But she really wants to play like a feminine, like magical girl, princess type character. But her voice is really gravelly, and everyone is laughing at her essentially and saying she's like the worst. But actually it turns out she just might be better suited for different voices. So yeah, we'll see where that goes, but she's really dead set on becoming a voice actor for specific types of characters. So yeah, I don't know, but yeah. So then volume 8, volume 9, volume 10, volume 11, and the final volume, volume 12. So yeah, I don't think it's a ridiculously horribly long series either. 12 volumes, that's pretty good in my sweet spot for how long I like my shoujo and my romance, because any longer than that might be too sickly sweet for me, or it might just feel like it's dragging. But yeah, so I'm excited for this one. Am I gonna read this anytime soon though? No, because I have a lot of series on my plate I want to read. Some spooky series, some buddy reads I'm doing, and just, yeah. So yeah, this definitely, hopefully, will be a 2025 read. So yeah, that was my September haul. Thank you for watching. I'll just really quickly say the spiel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video. It means a lot to me, and it's just a simple little click, a little touch, a little poke. And please feel free to comment below what volumes you thought looked interesting, what volumes you picked up this past September, and especially what have you been reading this past month? What stuck out to you? What did you enjoy? I always love to hear. I hear more of like maybe something I haven't picked up yet or I'm not reading yet. Always feel free to recommend me a manga in the comments below and all that jazz. I hope you are having a wonderful October so far, and until next time, bye!